Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Project 20 pan update. So I finished 3 more items, which brings my total up to 11 out of 20. Yay, I'm over halfway there now. So this was no surprise. This is the Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey. It now scrapes my lips, so I can no longer apply it. This whole thing actually popped out at one point, so I had to be kind of careful with it. That is done. Surprisingly, I finished, not surprisingly, but it caught me off guard to finish it actually last month. But I did finish my Rimmel Moisture Renew. No longer twist up. This was the one that surprised me a little bit because once I started using it to shave every time, it went really fast. I literally finished this like the other night. Here. But this is the Philosophy Amazing Grace Whipped Body Cream. I hate the smell of this. Let's see, which one was this one for? Like the lip liner was, let's see. This was product I regret purchasing because I hate the smell of it. It's a subscription box item was the Clinique Black Honey thing. Almost lipstick, I guess. And it was favorite item was the Rimmel Moisture Renew, but I can smell it now. That is done. It has this really strong powdery note, and I am not a fan of powdery scents. So I have 17 currently that I'm working on. I'm actually doing a pretty good job on most of them. A couple of them I'm not, but we'll get to that in a minute. But let's see, we'll start at the top. Purple item. So I have made some progress on this. This is the Ole Henriksen Nurture Me facial water. Gotten from there to there. I know that's not a lot, but it's good for me because I haven't been very good with this at all. Let's see. Item you were given as a gift. This one I'm not doing great on. It is the Stila in the Garden eyeshadow palette. I have decided to hit pan on Sage. This shadow right here. I have used it once. Maybe I should pick Juniper because it looks like it has a better dip going, but I use them together, so it's not that big of a difference really which one I pick. Whichever one I hit pan on first, I will count that. Well, let's go with that. But I use them together, so it's not like I will be using one over the other, but I'm working on it, I promise. Here we go, turn the page because most of them on the first page I've finished. Item that scares you, it was actually lip product in general, but I went with a lip gloss, and I only worn this twice, to be honest, so it is like right under the line, so I really can't make a new one. Overhyped item was my NYX Wonder Pencil because I don't get it. I don't get nude eyeliners in general, honestly. I don't think they make much of a difference on me. Or maybe I'm just used to looking at myself with red eyes. This is what it looks like. I forgot to mark things on this page, so you're just gonna have to look at it with me and kind of roll with it. I have made some progress though, some surprising progress actually. I didn't realize it was that much, but that's not a bad thing. Red, white, and blue item for 4th of July. This is the NYX Butter Gloss. The freaking mark disappeared again, but this time when I marked it, I remembered to cover it in clear nail polish. I have known that trick for ages. That's why the old mark from another project is still on here. But we're chugging along, so there it is. Hopefully I can get to work on that and the Bite lipstick I'll show you in a second properly and just finish them both soon. Let's see, oldest product expiring soon. The sunscreen in this is what's expiring. But it's the Garnier SPF 15 Daily Moisturizer. I didn't work on this a lot this month. So it's only like from here to here. You also just don't need a lot of this. Like I can use like one pump and a fourth of another pump and I am covered from here down to my chest. So it's not something that goes very fast. An everyday basic, I picked my Infallible Pro Glow. No progress is on this, but that's because to get the big jump in progress that I did, I put this in a mixture in a airless pump bottle. That is almost finished. It's over there. Technically the marks for that are for another project because my Pro Matte is also in there. When I finish that, I'm going to just use this as is, maybe with a little bit of my NYX whitener mixer. So hopefully by next month that will have more progress again, because I should be done with that in the next month. See, product in pencil form. This was something I added last month. This is the Rimmel Scandalize pencil right here. I didn't think I made any progress on this because this does not need to be sharpened very often. Like, it goes kind of soft quickly, but for my purposes, it doesn't need to be super sharp. But as you can see, it did go down a little bit, but this is probably going to be with us for a little while. Unless I start, like, drawing my eyebrows on with this or something. Something that I'm probably not going to do because I just use it to line my eyes every day I wear makeup. I have admittedly not worn a ton of makeup in the past month. It's been one problem. I've also been kind of crappy about my skincare, or at least my morning skincare, which is why this would normally have more progress because I use it every day. I just haven't been washing my face every morning like I totally should. But this is the pumpkin color or scent product. I went with color because I hate pumpkin scents. This is my Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. As you can see, it did not move as much as it normally does. And like I said, that's because I've been really shitty about my morning skincare routine. That's why I'm broken out, even though I have a face wash, not the one in this project, unfortunately, that is really taking care of my incidental acne if I do my skincare routine. I just haven't been. I will mark this as soon as it settles, but it got shaken up on the way over here. This is a favorites category, but this is my MAC Fix Plus. I love this stuff. It is here. It was here last time, and now, because it's shaken up, it's a little lower than it should be, but it is probably about right there. So that is chucking right along. When I put that in there, it was almost new. So a Sephora exclusive is where my Bite Beauty lip crayon comes in. This is in the shade Pomegranate, by the way. And that is where we are. Made actually a little bit of progress on this last month. Just a little bit, but like I said, I need to work on an eye look specifically that I can wear red lips with for like 2 weeks straight, and these would, the 2 red lip products would be done. It's doing that. That has been the distraction. Let's see. My Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. I just want to hit pan on this, and I think I'm actually really close. I even touched up my highlight today in my inner corner and on my cheeks, which is where I use this, in vague hopes of seeing if I could hit pan. But this is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. You can obviously see where I've been working at, but it's way down there, actually. I think next month I might hit pan. I don't want to, you know, be like, oh, I'm totally going to hit pan next month, but I think I can. Next is a Loki-themed item, and it was an eyeshadow in my Mi Vida Loca palette. And that is Lemmy, which actually has some good dent progress going in there. So, let's see. Pastel color, I went with my OGX spray. It went from here to here. So it's going to get slightly less progress as we keep going because the bottle's getting bigger, but then it tapers back in. So I think it will all even out. A bold color was next. I picked a lipstick because I'm insane. This is the Urban Decay lipstick in Sheer Lady Flower. And despite it saying that it's sheer, it's still a pretty bold lip color. And I flattened it. So that's definitely something. I'm gonna swatch it for you to show that despite the sheerness, it's actually pretty bold. Now, it doesn't look like much next to the mark for it, but like I said, I actually flattened it, so I actually drew it on there. So I will have to make that mark properly later. Let's see, a drugstore item, I picked my NYX Charcoal Face Wash. And I brought it out, but I really haven't used it, so there is no new mark from last month. See, the idea is I'm going to use my Yada Cosmetics Face Wash at night and this during the day, But I'm trying to finish a mini at the same time, and I've been crappy with my daytime skincare, so nothing's getting used. I really need to step back on the track with that. And finally, before I draw new items, I have a pink colored item, which is my YSL Touche Clock Blurring Skin Perfector. Did I have pan last month? I don't remember. If I had pan, it's been expanded. If I didn't have pan, well, now I have pan. So there you go. So now we get to draw 3 new items. I can now draw from do random.org from 3 to 40 instead of 1 to 40 because the first 2 have not only been chosen but completed. So here we go. This might take a minute because it likes to generate numbers a lot that I've already chosen. 31 is a Sephora exclusive. I've chosen that. 5. Brand I have the most of. That's actually one that I don't have. I am actually marking it with my eyeliner. Let's see. Number 9. Item you'd recommend to a friend. Let's see. Number 5 was by Make Up Your Mind, and number 9 was by Caramel Sarah Jo. Alright, let's see if we can get another one, or do I have to sit here for 5 minutes generating numbers. 18 has been chosen. 30 is a cheap product by Nella. So that was actually less painful than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to go choose my products and I will be right back. I'm back. So brand I have the most of, I realized it was probably one of the brands that I had done a one brand tutorial on. I decided to go with NYX, and while this is low, it is what I would pair with this to use it up. And the packaging is broken, so it actually really needs to be used up. This is the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white. You can get this in dark. You can get this in like dark, you can get this in an olive tone, you can get this in a couple of different tones, and I really like it. I know some people complain that it changes the consistency of their foundations, but it doesn't do that with me, so there you go. But it is right here, and when I say the packaging is broken, this has been squished so many times that this part of the packaging is cracked. So I have a full-size, not a full-size one, this is full-size. I have a brand new one that I should probably crack into soon. So yeah, this needs to be used up. Item I'd recommend to a friend. I decided to go with the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. This is not a mini, this is the like full-size $18 one. That is 4 flowing ounces. You can get a bigger one, but this is like the normal size that you buy. And mine is right here. This is gonna be in here for a while because you don't go through it very fast. But I actually have really grown to love this stuff. I love that it's a huge multitasker. I used to use the Pantene BB cream for your hair, which covered a lot of these steps, but I don't use that anymore. So this covers a lot of the steps that it used to cover, which is why when I first got this, it was a mini like 3 years ago, I wasn't overly impressed with it. But now that I don't use that anymore, this covers all of that. So yeah, I really like it. And finally, a cheap product. If you guys know me, you know this could also fall under what I'd recommend to a friend, and it almost did. But I decided to put it under cheap product because it's only like $2.99. It is the Wet n Wild Cover All Powder. This is in the shade Light. Normally I wear Fair to Light, but this is one I actually bought in the Dollar General. So I bought the shade that they had. They don't normally sell these in stores anymore. Dollar General just happens to be the exception to the rule. But this is my favorite powder. I love it. It's amazing. And I have like 5 of them. So, because when I ordered from Wet n Wild's website, where it's usually the only place you can get it now, I stocked up. So I should probably use up at least one of them before the end of the year. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later.